What's up guys, JP back at you once again, bring you guys a quick little review here. Cult Epics, a company that I've been a big fan of for a long time, hooked me up with a copy of a film called My Nights with Susan, Sandra, Olga, and Julie, which is clearly a interesting, funny-ish title, but it's not really a horror film, but it does have a murder aspect to it and some weird stuff going on. So it basically follows this young man who apparently has some sort of relationship with this girl, Susan, who lives in a kind of farmhouse, secluded away from everybody, with three other girls who are sort of these sex-crazed women who love, men and sex and stuff like that. They talk a lot about it in the film. The film opens up with them sort of hitchhiking and basically murdering a guy and throwing his body into a nearby pond. They also have a neighbor named Piet, who is like this female weirdo, clearly like maybe some mental disabilities. And she actually finds the body and takes it home and, kind of dresses it up and hangs out with it. And she's sort of always just in the area. She's just clearly interested in what's going on at Susan, Sandra, Olga, and Julie's house. And also, on top of that, to add even more weirdness to an already weird movie, there is another person who lives with Susan, Sandra, Olga, and Julie in between the walls. He is sort of this voyeur, and he can see all the women, but they don't know he could see them, and he has some sort of past history with Susan that is sort of revealed slowly throughout the film, but at the end of the day, you're still kind of unsure what it was all about. You're not sure what really this young man who goes to this place has to do with Susan either. There's a lot of like story that's not told in terms of backstory, but it's just a very weird movie. You really start to hate the other girls, Sandra, Olga, and Julie. I can't remember which one's which, but one of them, I think it might be like the youngest one, has a thing for, well, they all seem to have a thing for the new guy that came to the place, and you're not really sure what's going to happen with these characters and what the plan is, but you just have this weird, that body of the guy that they seduce and murder is really creepy, and then by the end of the film, when you have Pete, who they have this rhyme, some graphic rhyme that they say about the neighbor. They mess with her a lot, and she sort of gets her revenge, if you will, later in the film. It's actually a very, very watchable movie, just for how weird it is. The guy living in the wall, and then the weird neighbor who's kind of mentally not there, and then honestly, like, the final scene of the movie, and especially like the final shot, it's definitely dark and morbid and kind of messed up, and I like stuff like that. So this is a film from the Netherlands, from 1975. I've never heard of this before. It's described as a sex and psycho suspense mystery thriller, which I would probably say that it is. Has a couple of special features on here, including an introduction by, I believe, the director, and then you have a couple of short films on there also, I believe, from the director, and yeah, a couple of other trailer and stuff like that. But definitely an interesting, definitely fits Cult Epics label. I've always been a fan of Cult Epics. They put out some great stuff, and this was actually a pretty good watch. I really enjoyed this. So if you're interested, check it out, and I'll see you guys next time with another review. Thanks for watching. Peace.